There's the big, fat panda.
I'm not a big fat panda. I'm the big fat panda. Skadoosh.
Hello and welcome to Big Fat Panda Show number 9. Wow, 9th show. Okay, so it's been a crazy month. Always at the beginning of the month, I say to myself, I don't know how I'm going to make a show. I don't have enough material. And then by the end of the month, I have too much stuff to tell you about, and I can't cram it all in and try to keep your attention for as long as I can. I've had a really bad cold. I've learned that Allegra is my friend, and it is a wonderful thing. During the interview with Mr. Banks Lee from Attractions Magazine, he'll be here. During the interview, you'll see me going, trying to pop my ears. He has a cold as well. I apologize for that ahead of time. My wonderful exclusive sponsor, David's Vacation Club Rentals at dvcrentals.com, sent me to Saratoga Springs, sent me to some of the suites there that I had to stay overnight in the suites in order to do my job. It's a tough job, folks, but somebody has to do it. But there will be a lot more on that later. The big news of the month, it happened. Festival of Fantasy Parade at the Magic Kingdom. This parade was everything I expected it to be and then some. It was just the music, the costumes, oh, it was amazing. There are 2 videos of it on bigfatpanda.com. One is the first day that I filmed it, and then I did Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, the first 3 days that it was out, and I put it together in Pandavision, multi-angle, in what I call the ultimate Festival of Fantasy Parade. Take a look when you get a chance. I also had the opportunity to go up and away in a beautiful balloon, characters in flight at Downtown Disney. A lot of times they have Groupon deals, $11. For $11, it was really worth it. I thought I would be a lot more frightened than I was, and here's some of the clips from that.
All right, everybody, here we go. Hold on.
It's not so bad because I'm trying to make believe it's not happening. Are you okay? Stop, you're fine, you're fine. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. You're worse than I am.
Yes.
Don't be. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, don't look down.
The one on the right is the Bay Lake Tower. The one on the left is the one that we ride the monorail through.
It's not that bad, actually.
It's not that bad?
No, it's kind of...
Are you sure? Have you looked down?
That's really scary.
Yeah, look down a little bit.
No, I don't.
No, you don't want to.
I'm scared.
Hey.
So how high up are we?
Right now we are 350 feet.
That was Corinne and Daniel Anderson with me from DisneyLifestylers.com. You'll see more of Corinne later on. Okay, so right now Banks Lee is waiting in the green room for his interview. I sicked a puppet on him. I like to do that. Just the puppets can ask questions that I just won't ask. So let's see how he's dealing with the puppets. So, Banks Lee! I hear your wife is expecting a baby!
Yeah, a little girl. We're very excited.
My wife too, which is why I think your magazine will help out on the big day.
Thank you, but how will our magazine help your wife?
Oh, please. Contractions magazine? Please, go figure it out.
No. Not Contractions magazine. It's Attractions magazine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I misunderstand things.
It's okay. Well, why don't you take a copy of the magazine on the way out? Maybe your wife will enjoy the articles.
No. I only want my wife to be attracted to me. Thank you. The Harry Potter Diagon Alley expansion at Universal Studios is coming along pretty quickly. It looks like it's going to be open soon. They are actually hosting me tomorrow at the Cabana Bay Beach Resort. I get to go and stay for a night and report back on it to you for the next show. But until then, they did release some details about the Hogwarts Express.
So Hogsmeade and the new Diagon Alley London expansion are in quite separate areas. One of them's in Islands of Adventure, the other one is in Universal Studios. So The genius way that the two places are connected is, of course, by a Hogwarts Express.
You get to enter King's Cross, an amazing grand old London train station, which we're recreating in every detail, and you pass through platform 9 3/4.
Now all you've got to do is walk straight at the wall between platforms 9 and 10.
You'll sit in your cabin and you see London passing before your eyes and out into the countryside headed to Scotland. And along the way, all kinds of things happen on the train.
This is kind of going to directly kind of teleport you straight into the whole wizard world.
It is also flower and garden time at Epcot. This year they really went all out on the characters. Usually the faces of the characters are kind of odd because they're plant material, but you have to see what they did. Like, look at Snow White. Look at how nice they got the details in her face, and she really doesn't look awkward. You know, for a plant, she looks really nice. All of Epcot is absolutely gorgeous. I will have more video on that during the month because I plan to visit again and get video of all the different topiaries. So my friend Corinne Anderson from Disney Lifestylers is always showing me some amazing merchandise on Facebook, and I'm a little jealous that I don't know about these things. I'm just not a big merchandise person until I see it. So I said, let's go to the source and let's have Corinne do a segment for us called Mouseaholics. So here is Corinne Anderson with her first segment about merchandise for the Big Fat Panda Show called Mouseaholics. Take it away, Corinne.
Hi everybody, I'm so excited to share some of my favorite merchandise picks with you guys this month. So, the first pick, most popular thing right now, Frozen. We've seen these t-shirts for kids, but they finally showed up for adults. It's unisex, a lot of big sizes, so it works for everybody. And who doesn't like warm hugs? So another of my favorite merchandise picks for this month is my favorite thing, which is princess stuff. So we've seen this print before in PJs, ornaments, keychains, and now we finally got some D-Tech. So this is for your iPad. So if you have an iPad, you need this. And if you have a Kindle, you need this. So it's super cute. And then if you have a smartphone, you need this. So I kind of need them all, right? Maybe? This is the new Marketplace Co-op that's going to open this summer, and we're going to see a lot of merchandise with future attractions like Haunted Mansion, Tiki Room, and Parks. A lot of awesome stuff. You can all check it out on the Park Spot. And if you want to see more stuff, my merchandise picks, you can visit me at DisneyLifestylers.com.
Now, if you've been to the Magic Kingdom, you'll notice there's a lot of changes going on. A lot of construction, I mean all around the hub. If you've ever been there when it's super busy, like the 4th of July or even Christmas or any of the holidays actually, the hub gets very, very crowded, sometimes to the point where there's human gridlock that you cannot get out, and they've been doing some weird things like letting people backstage to get them out. And so the hub is undergoing a lot of changes. They are getting rid of some of the moat, not all of it, but some of the moat surrounding the castle and surrounding the hub prior to the castle. They're cutting into the moat, making some more land, and this video kind of shows you a little bit about what they're doing if you take a look. It looks like they will be adding fountains and bushes and things to make it really look pretty. So I don't think they're really taking away from the grandeur of the Magic Kingdom, but if they can solve a little bit of the gridlock and make it a lot more pleasurable to watch the fireworks and stay for the nighttime events, I am all for it. They also made some changes to Casey's. Casey's Corner, where they serve the hot dogs on Main Street. Some of the hot dogs, some of the French fries, and people know it for the cheese sauce. And all I hear from people is that it's the most delicious plastic cheese sauce. I do not believe it's plastic. It is delicious though, and you can, you know, when you leave people to their own devices and you're allowed to just keep pumping on as much cheese sauce as you want, you can hang out there someday and just watch the people. Some strange things happen. You'll see people like me just, I mean, not me, I'm sorry, that was not me. I don't do that. Pumping a lot of cheese sauce onto their plate. So basically what Casey's did is outside by the umbrellas, they added a lot more seating. Inside where they used to have the bleachers and the movie has been taken away. The screen and the, you know, those black and white cartoons, that was taken away. But it looks like there's a space that it might return. The bleachers are gone, but there's a lot more tables now. It really looks nice to me. It doesn't look like, you know, it doesn't look like anything really it looks like it's been a plus, a win-win. Although I do hope that the movie comes back because it was kind of cute. Outside, the castle has been getting some silver spires. The spires above Cinderella Castle have been painted silver, and I've heard so many people saying, oh, it's for Frozen, they're keeping it silver. No. The silver is sort of a primer, if you will, and when they do put the blue on, the silver helps the blue shine and shimmer. So they are repainting them a beautiful blue because that dark blue has been faded by the sun. So not to worry, we are not going to get a blah silver castle. So I was totally unaware that before Banksley worked at Attractions Magazine, he actually was a professor at Hogwarts Castle.
Welcome, Billy, to the Kindergarten Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Now, your parents have asked me to help prepare you.
For what? I want to have lunch. Is it lunchtime yet?
Billy, lunch is not until 11:30, and you will give me your full attention until that time arises. Now, the Sorting Hat has been unable to place you into a house because of your inability to focus and concentrate.
Concentrate. Like orange juice. It says concentrate. Mommy gave me this. Problem is the kid only talks about food is all.
Billy, pay attention, please, okay? I want you to concentrate on mind transference. Now, picture something you love, your parents, your favorite pet, and I want that image to appear as clearly as possible on that ball right there. Billy, I have total faith in you. Concentrate. You look like you're constipated right now. Don't think about that. Something you love.
Give me a break, give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes, Kit Kat. I love them. I know where Mommy hides them. Is it lunchtime yet?
Billy, we are going to get through this class, and you are going to learn how to be a good student. Do I make myself clear?
So mean. I'm gonna call Protective Services on you.
First off, Billy, there's no such thing as protective services. Second, you may not change time. You may not eat lunch. You are going to be a good student and listen. And now I shall join you for lunch. Ooh, a Kit Kat.
You can have this. You can have this, but you can't have the Doritos. I was very happy to be invited by SeaWorld to their 50th anniversary celebration. SeaWorld's celebration seemed modest, but was very warm, really had a lot to do with animals, and at every turn they were letting you know about everything they do to save animals and to help animals, and you know, I really loved the message. And some more walls came down around the mine train. You can see a lot more trees going in, a lot more plantings. If you go to bigfatpanda.com, I keep coming up with updates because people want to see this every step of the way. I am being told late April, early May, we will have an official opening. A little bit before that, hopefully a soft opening. The minute that I can get on it, you will be getting video of the inside of the mine train ride. So my exclusive sponsor, David's Vacation Club Rentals at dvcrentals.com, sent me to Saratoga Springs. I took videos for them of the one-bedroom studio, the two-bedroom, either as a lock-off or dedicated, the grand villa, which was just super incredible. I'm going to show you a clip of that in a second. Oh, and the treehouse villa. All of the videos can be found on David's Vacation Rentals YouTube site, which is youtube.com/DVCrequest. It also pays to note dvcrequest.com is also their site, although I've been giving you dvcrentals.com. Both of them go to their site. That's David's Vacation Club Rentals! We had an amazing time. I mean, really, these villas are outrageous. This month I'll be going to Old Key West, and those videos will be on that channel as well, youtube.com/dvcrequest. For a chance at this month's prize, well, John, what is this month's prize? This month's prize is the lunchbox that we used in the skit, filled with goodies. We'll put some good stuff in here. So not food stuff that's going to spoil, but good stuff. So this lunchbox will be the prize. Just put a comment on the YouTube channel, some real comments, doesn't have to say anything special, and you will be entered into the prize contests for this prop. And as promised, the one and only incomparable Bijidi Badu Banksley.
Thank you, Jern Travuta.
Jern Travuta. That's like Swedish chef. So I'm kind of jealous that I don't have a hat.
Really?
I
just have a bad hair day, so.
Alright, we both have colds, so if you hear sniffles...
Yeah, apologies. Allergies are kicking in.
Yeah, I think I got
spring coming in, pollen, bad.
I want to get to things that I think I would be interested in, and hopefully other people might be interested in. Give me Kid Banksley. Where are you born? Where does this happen?
Well, I was born in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and a lot of people don't know this. I was adopted at birth.
Did not know that.
Yeah, my birth mom was 16 and didn't think that she could take care of me, but the doctor knew a mom and dad who couldn't have kids. Wow. And so I was adopted at birth, moved to Texarkana, Texas within the week. So even though I was born in Hot Springs, Arkansas, I consider myself born and raised in Texarkana, Texas.
Okay.
But it's only like an hour and a half away from Hot Springs. My dad still lives there, actually.
Growing up, are you one of the people that wanted to know your birth?
I still do. I still would love to know, okay. just to have that kind of closure. But I mean, I know people are always like, oh, they may not want to find out, which I completely understand that they don't want to find out. I don't necessarily want to meet them if it might make them uncomfortable. But I'd just like to know. I'd like to see a picture. That's about it.
There could be a kid somewhere watching Attractions
That could
magazine,
be my biological brother.
And then he finds out, like, I wish I could meet Banksley, or they did a call out on the show. That's my brother.
You always wonder who's watching. So I'd be fine. I really would love to find out sometime.
Okay, when do you think you became a Disney fanatic like we all are?
Probably at the age of 2 months. Very early.
What's your first Disney memory? Is it TV?
TV. Yeah, definitely TV is my first my earliest Disney memory is watching the Disney Channel back in the old day when they wouldn't really have any commercials. It'd just be like upcoming previews for their upcoming shows or movies they're going to air. Back in the heyday of Disney Channel, the good days of the Disney Channel, watching the Walt Disney World Christmas Day Parade. Back then, the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Parade.
Yep.
No. The Walt Disney World Very Merry Christmas Parade. Yes, that back in the day. That's what really got me hooked onto Disney, is watching that every year. That became a tradition. Went to Disney World here for the first time in 1992.
Okay, wait,
91 or 92.
How old are you?
I'm 28. I was born in 1986.
Okay, so how old you were? Was your first Disney trip?
My first Disney trip, I was probably about 5 or 6.
Okay. Oh, same as me. And then you went back how long after?
Came back in 93.
Okay.
97 and 99.
Okay.
All of my friends, all of my teachers from back in the day, elementary, middle school, they always knew, like, oh, Banks, he's gonna move to Florida, he's gonna move to Orlando. He loves Disney so much. My mom and dad were divorced when I was 3. It wasn't amicable. It wasn't bad.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
I mean, they still talk to each other. I still talk to mom and dad all the time. But I was raised by mom. I lived with mom, and her parents lived across the state line from us. So they were always very like, oh, it'll pass. They weren't, oh, it'll pass. They were like, oh, here's more Disney. Here's more Disney. Nurture it. Love it. Love it. So they were very helpful in keeping my love for Disney and in theme parks in general. Nowadays,
if you're 4 and your parents videotape on a video camera, you can keep that memory because you can watch it every year and remember.
We never had any home movies from our visits to Disney World in the 90s. We didn't have any sort of video camera. I would always buy the souvenir VHS tapes. Yep. I would always, every year after New Year's, would make sure I hopped on the phone, ordered this vacation planning VHS, and got it every single year. I still have them all back home.
I remember it took like 3 weeks to get it, right? It was ridiculous.
And I would always watch those till the tape like messed up.
Yep.
Because that was pretty much my only fix for Walt Disney World, was those vacation planning DVDs and the Christmas parade. And every now and then they aired a special on Discovery or something.
What about the book? Did you get the book?
Yeah, of course, got the book.
Had every
the hardcover.
attraction?
Yes. Yep.
Every year was this kind of the same pictures.
They
too.
don't make those anymore.
I know.
As good as they used to.
Do they still make them at all?
I mean, I think they just have a souvenir book that's been the same for the past like 4 years, but
even the one we would buy, the hardcover, was the same pictures but it was still, they added one
detailed information about every attraction, hotel. Oh, I miss those.
That was awesome.
I moved to Florida first in 2007, May of 2007, because I got accepted to the Disney College program.
Awesome.
Worked at Magic Kingdom doing custodial.
I had no idea that you worked in the Magic Kingdom.
I did.
This is why I do these interviews. Custodial.
Custodial in Tomorrowland.
Okay, now, were you one of the people that's happy I'm just at Magic Kingdom doing custodial, or were you like, I'm doing custodial?
I was happy.
Okay.
I was so happy because like there was a dream for me. I'm working for Disney. I'm living in Florida. I get to talk to guests daily, and that's one of the things like I loved about custodial. I had some great coworkers, and it's a job to where I could walk around the park. I'm not stuck at one attraction. I could walk around the park, talk to guests, and just enjoy the day. I may have had to clean up a lot of crap, literally, but...
Did they control you like on those games where this is the area that banks can...
I mean, it's kind of you are assigned to, like, at least back when I did it, there was the East, and so I was Tomorrowland East, so I'd walk around Space Mountain, pretty much in the entire Tomorrowland area. There were trash runs I had, so specific trash cans I'd have to check, or if I had the restroom duty, these are the restrooms that I have to keep up with.
There was no push at that time.
There was a push.
There was a swing trash can back then?
Yeah, Push has been around since like 1994.
Okay, I haven't seen him. I thought he was pretty new. I thought he was only around.
Oh no, he just if he hadn't gotten taken away, he would have just celebrated his 20th birthday.
I have a feeling he might come back.
I hope so. I really hope so. I love Push, and Push, that working custodial during my college program, that was when I really first got to know Push, because I would always go up and be like, "Hey Push, you need a cleaning," and I go and clean them. And
that's awesome. Those little details really make things special. I would remember, like, out of the whole day, yeah, we love the Haunted Mansion and Peter Pan's Flight, but you'd remember...
It's those little encounters that they're not scheduled, they're not part of the plan, that really make that experience for you.
Right. Okay, so when you were in Florida, you stayed in Florida?
Yeah. With the college program, they give you housing to stay at, and so I stayed at their housing. And was
it decent housing?
I mean, a lot of the college programmers, there's housing that people suggest to. There's Vista Way, there's Chatham, and then they have a new one, Patterson, that wasn't there when I was part of it. But people were always saying, go to Chatham. But I had no idea when I came in. So they told me, what would you like? Would you like Vista or Chatham? And I said, oh, Vista. It's like Buena Vista.
It sounds beautiful.
Wrong choice.
They put you in with like other people to be roommates?
Oh yeah. You always room with other people, and I think it's up to from 3 others up to like 7 others. Okay. Just depends on what your preference is.
All right, cool. And then you stayed, or you went back to Texas?
I went back to Texas. Once my program was over, January 4th of 2008, moved back to Texas to go back to school, go back to my friends and family. But it was still that I'm back in Texas, and there's still that little part of me inside is like, I need to get back. I need to get back. I want to go back and work for Disney again.
And how long did it take?
8 months.
Okay, that's not bad.
8 months, and I was back, moved permanently in August of 2008.
Now your parents are here now, or?
No, my parents are still back in Texas and Arkansas. My whole family's still back there.
Were they sad when you moved? I mean.
Oh, of course. My mom cried. She didn't want to give me up.
That's funny. It's like Mickey parents, Mickey. No, I'm kidding.
Well, one of the big reasons I moved down is because while I was back in Texas, I got into a relationship with my now fiancée Sydney. Because I was
going to ask you if that's been that long.
Yeah, I first met her during
Hi, Sydney.
I first met her during my college program, and we hit it off and we were friends. But then while we were back home, we kind of got together long distantly via like AOL Messenger back in those days. Yep. And so she was the one who was like, "Hey, I'm moving back in June. You should see if you can come back and move in with me." And we were like, "Okay," and we worked it out and moved in 2 months after she moved here. So
you've been together now for how long?
We don't know the exact date of when we got together online, so I always consider, because I always remember November 11th, 2007 as the day we first ever met, because it was at the cast preview of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade.
Awesome.
So November 11th, 2007, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're coming up to 6.5 years now.
And I'm really happy for you. It's worth mentioning. You're going to be a dad.
I know, we're finally good.
You're going to be a dad.
Spencer Lynn is going to be her name.
Spencer Lynn.
Spencer Lynn Lee.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're very excited. We're gonna spoil her rotten with Disney.
I always thought like if I had a kid and they didn't like Disney, I would like it's broken. I have to give it back.
My heart's broken. Yeah.
Spencer has to love it. Okay, so now when do you get into the whole attractions magazine? When does that happen soon in this timeline?
No.
When did you start working after you came back?
Well, when I came back in 2008, I went back to Disney and got a seasonal job there working at studios this time in attractions. I'd worked at the Honey I Shrunk the Kids Playground and at the Backlot Tour.
Cool.
Did that for about a year, and then I decided I wanted to move on and pursue other job opportunities. Worked at Universal for a couple months during my time at Disney, but that was so hectic scheduling-wise that I left Universal.
Give me a little bit just about, not to put anybody down because I love Universal too.
Yeah.
Give me the differences about working for each one. Was there a preference and was it a different thing?
It was definitely very different. I worked for Universal November and December of 2008. This was kind of back in what we consider the dark times of Universal before they really started hitting it off with Potter and other things. So the work environment I dealt with was probably very different than it is nowadays. And it wasn't very good back then.
Okay, so you remember thinking Disney had it more together at that time.
Universal, I knew some of my not the higher ups, but like some of the coordinators. I forget what they call coordinators and managers there, leaders. I think some of them were very like, oh, you work at Disney, we're going to treat you differently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't like that you worked for both parks. They're like one or the other. So
it's funny, over the years, and I'm thinking you'll agree with this. I've always had Disney here and Universal here in my preferences, and not that Disney has gone down, but definitely Universal has come up.
Universal for me, honestly, and I'm so sorry, Disney. Universal has
really
by just that much, just that much. Only because like
you like the theming. Maybe when Avatar Land. Well, I'm sorry,
the Avatar Land.
Pandora. No, you're not excited about it.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to be excited. I just never liked the movie. I can't even get myself to watch past like an hour in that movie.
Okay,
it just
before you
bores
leave
me.
here today, I might try to get you. You never saw the end?
Never saw the end.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
It's a moment of silence. No, because the end is really why it fits into Animal Kingdom. I'll explain to you later, but okay. I was one of those people where I didn't want to see Avatar because it was like everybody loved it. It was $300 million, and I sat in the theater and thought it was amazing. So I am really excited that it's coming. So this is a good time to talk about something they did do good: the Festival of Fantasy. Okay, yeah, I had high expectations, and they did surpass my expectations.
Oh, I highly surpassed my expectations. Like I was expecting a new parade. I was very excited about, no recycled floats from our old parades. I mean, I knew that they were going to be bringing in a couple floats from the Tokyo parade, but I was like, who cares? It's the Tokyo parade. We're getting some good floats. And it just like blew. This is what happened. Whoa! Whoa!
You know what I think it is too? After I saw it, I remember hearing that they had to build new barns to house the floats.
I'm not surprised.
Because the sheer size of the floats, which I have another question for you that you might know the answer to. The sheer size of the floats are so big that they blow you away. They're just immense things. What are they going to do Christmas time when the garland is up on Main Street?
You know, that's something that Matt talked about when we were there, or asked them when they said, the only answer they gave was, we are currently reviewing how we're going to decorate things. That's all they would say.
Okay, I hope the garland doesn't go away, those lines.
They would have to really get it to hang up high, because especially because
I could build arches. We'll build arches for them.
There you go. There you go. Arch would work perfectly, yeah.
So you know when you film like from the train station, the parade, a lot of times you're looking down on the characters. This parade is so big.
You're looking up at them.
The mermaid is there. You could touch her. She's right there for you. It's awesome. You got to do it from there.
I have to watch it from there, yeah.
It's awesome. All right, so music too. I love
they better release that soundtrack. I miss the days when they would release
the same
music
day,
on CD.
If they released that soundtrack the day that parade came out, they would have been flying off the shelves.
Yeah, or at least digitally too on iTunes.
Yeah. Oh, I would have bought it.
Yeah, I would have bought it in a heartbeat.
All right, so moving on, how did you get started with what we all know now as Attractions Magazine?
Well, I've always been into video production. Like from a young kid, it kind of grew on me. Did Tiger Vision in high school, did North Texas Television in college. Just loved that aspect of making videos and acting as well. I was in theater. I'm a huge drama nerd, and I still love acting as well.
Yeah, you're really easy, by the way. When we do skits and stuff, or the last time, it was so
that was fun,
refreshing to just have somebody that understood and did it with me. It was like
Yeah,
It's
any
like
chance I
spirit.
get, any chance I get to do some more acting, I jump on the chance because that's still one of my passions. When the show started in 2010, one of my fan videos from my personal YouTube was the first fan video of the show. So I've kind of been involved with the show since the beginning in some way, and I was always interested in how they made it because I'm behind the scenes guy, so I would hang out sometimes when they shoot the show, see how Jimmy did it. And then when they switched producers and they kind of switched hands to Audrey and Jake, they were looking for new reporters, and I was like, perfect, I'm going to audition. I went on an audition.
They actually had you audition?
I auditioned.
You think by now they would have just known?
Well, I mean, they knew how well I was with making videos, but they didn't know how well I'd be in front of a camera.
Okay.
So I auditioned, got the job, and I was a reporter for the show for about a year. And I'd also maybe host an episode or two every now and then. And then when Audrey and Jake were leaving to pursue some things for themselves, they trained me to take over for the show. And so in September of 2012, I took over for the show as the head host, head editor, head videographer, and...
Wait, Jenny Lynn is the head host, right?
That's right. Yeah. Wink, wink. Yeah.
Get me in so much trouble.
Yeah. We love Jenny Lynn. She's amazing. Or as I said, the head co-host. I'm the head co-host. Jenny Lynn is the head honcho.
She controls everything. I mean, she owns it. Matt is just like under Jenny
Exactly,
Lynn. Okay.
exactly. But yeah, I took over the show in September of 2012, and I've been in charge ever since.
Awesome. And you do most of the editing. Now you're actually
I do all the editing.
See, so you were like, involved, you were saying, watching somebody create the show. Now you're creating the show.
I know, right? And I've been doing it for a year and a half now.
And in between there, you did work at Ripley's, Believe It or Not.
Yeah. I took over, I started working for Ripley's in June of 2012 and took over the show while I was working at Ripley's. And Ripley's is an amazing place to work at. I love Matt and Joe and everyone there. They were very accommodating with my schedule because they knew how much I loved working for attractions. In April or May of 2013, Matt approached me and said, hey, we'd love to have you just work for us full-time and be the full-time show guy and full-time videographer for the websites and also write blog posts, but it involved leaving Ripley's. And I was like, I talked to Ripley's and they were like, yes, do it, go for it. And so
cool.
May of 2013 I left Ripley's and became full-time with attractions, and I've been full-time ever since with attractions.
Very cool.
It's crazy how much there is to do in this town that people don't know about, and that's what we want to get the awareness
of. The new haunted house now over at
Haunting at Old Town. Yes.
Haunting at Old Town, yeah.
That is so fun.
And those characters there, that big guy, he's pretty cool.
If you're a fan of like Halloween Horror Nights and Hallow Scream, this place is open year round.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You got to do it, and it's so scary. It's some of the thing. I'm even gonna say some of it is more top notch than Halloween Horror Nights.
The future of Attractions Magazine. Do you see anything changing? Anything big? Do you see 4K as the future of things?
4K would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Did you go to Best Buy and see the TV?
I'd have to get a new computer to edit 4K on that.
I know.
The future of attractions is very good. We really want to concentrate on covering some more stuff outside of Orlando. I mean, we have a column in the magazine, and we have on the video channel, the YouTube channel, Out of the Loop, where we do cover stuff outside of Orlando. But we'd like to do more of that. I mean, because a lot of stuff goes on here, but a lot of stuff also happens across the country, especially over in Disneyland. So we love to be able to cover all that as well, and maybe just, I don't know, find some reporters out there to help us out.
Cool. Well, we're going to keep watching Attractions Magazine. We're going to keep seeing what you do. We're going to keep seeing what Jenny Lynn does.
Please do.
I thank you very much for coming on here. And
thank you.
Thank you. And there you have it, show number 9. I so hope you enjoyed this episode. Next month we have Ed and Robert Bearden from MickeyUpdates.com. They will be our guest. Some more fun stuff I have planned with them. Boy, they are a fun group of guys. If you or someone you know are planning a trip to Walt Disney World, please take a look at our exclusive sponsor, David's Vacation Club Rentals at dvcrentals.com. Go forth, create pandemonium, and above all, give out big panda hugs. They mean so much and you know it. So, until next time, Panda out.